Good morning. This is Lisa with the Widow's Treasure. And Esther. How are we doing, Esther? She's sort of getting a little sun. We actually have sun today. Yay! And it's still soggy, but we've got some sun, and we're just pleased to be here. And so I've got something that radically helped me, but as a widow. But before that, let me just share a little bit. Oh, I should share this rug. Isn't this rug beautiful? This was from my mother, my parents, I should say. I remember her saying, "It's cotton, Lisa, so don't put it where it gets a lot of wear and tear." So I actually have it in my bedroom just for fun. I would never have bought something like this. It's not really this is the best place for it. It's just the best place for it. But I have other rugs. The wool ones are the ones that can handle the wear and tear. So there you go, FYI. And then here's my weights, which of course they're only like 7 pounds each, which is plenty for me. And then I work on those. And then I am doing leg lifts every day. Yes, what do you think? I'm doing leg lifts every day to help with my stomach, but I do these every day. So I was just showing you the weights of the kettlebells. I really like kettlebells. I don't want to say they're a lot of fun, but they have more, I don't know, I feel sore from them much more than I do from these. And then again, I did share that I have to be careful with my wrists and my ankles. I'm not sure what the deal is. I've been working on that for a while, taking my collagen and, eating my greens for calcium and stuff like that. But anyway, there we go. Oh, also you get a lot of collagen from eggs, and I do eggnog every day, or try to. So what are we doing, Esther? We're doing a lot of itching. I'm doing things that I know. Oh my goodness. And we're getting pretty hairy, so what it is the hair gets in her face, and then I cut around her face, and then she gets her nails grow out, and they get caught in her ears as she's itching her ears, and then they get tangled. Anyway, it's like, okay, we do much better when it isn't as long, even though she's cuter when it's long. She's just like one big poof of fur. She is so soft. But I set her up for this coming Tuesday, and I'm thrilled. Okay, so there's that. So we've got a pretty day with some sunshine. Praise the Lord. And then we've got weights, which I do. I do every day. I alternate every day except for Sunday. I take a break on Sunday. Then I wanted to show you my rug. And then I wanted to show you, here's the pictures of my kids. I've got 4 kids, and then they've got kids. Well, my oldest doesn't. But anyway, so this is my daughter's paperweight, which with each picture I have something. So let me tell you what they are. This was Don's paperweight, and Anna Grace, or my daughter, gave him this as either birthday present or Christmas present. So that was, I probably need to eventually give it to her because it may mean more to her than it does me. I need to think about that. Hello. But there that is. And then my oldest son went to England with the Indianapolis Children's Choir, which was quite the opportunity. And he brought that back to Don and I, the English night. And then my son in Florida with 5 grands. My daughter has 1 grand or child. And then this son has 5 kids. So that's 6 grands, which I'm just thrilled about. But his middle name is Lindsay. And so, because I'm from Scottish, my mother's maiden name was Lindsay. So, of course, this is a door knocker. That's Scottish with his bagpipes. So that's sort of cool. So there that is. So that represents him for whatever reason. And then my other son, my youngest son, who's very patriotic, I've got this Eagles door knock. And these are great door knocks. But I don't know. I put them here. I probably should be using them. That makes more sense. And then I've got this awesome antique, nobody wants marble that I was going to say threw on, but you don't throw it on. carefully put on without hurting myself and scratching the furniture on this little dresser. And this dresser really isn't that big, but it's perfect for me. And I had to put towels underneath it because wherever it came off of, they just ripped it off, and it needs to be sanded down, but way more, I mean, like with machinery, and I don't have any of that. So anyway, that's what that is. So I wanted to show you those. And then this might seem really, really corny, but I had this back when I was a wife, and I just loved it. And I always had it. For many years, I've had it on my doorknob. Always kiss me goodnight. And I just always loved that. Well, now that Don's been gone, I actually put it away, packed it away. Didn't want to get rid of it, but didn't want to put it out. And so when I moved here, I actually then found it and put it out. And a lot of times I'm thinking, well, Don can't kiss me goodnight, but the Lord has given me so many kisses. And that's what I'm going to talk about one time. All the God kisses that he gives to all of us, honestly, if we even see and watch for it and acknowledge them. There's just so many blessings, kisses, grace, miracles, whatever you want to call them. All right, so that's what that is. Now, I want to share with you, let me put it over here so you can read it. This is from John Piper. And when I read this, it floored me. Okay, let me get this where I can see it. And here it is. This is so important to know. Occasionally, weep deep over the, that makes me cry now. Weep deeply over the life you hoped for. Grieve the losses, feel the pain, then wash your face, trust God, embrace the life you have. Because you know what? God doesn't make mistakes. God can turn beauty from ashes. God uses anything and everything. Nothing is useless. Romans 8:28, he's working all this together for our good as believers. All this is sanctifying us, preparing us, and we are in a world of sin with death and all. So it's just hard. And of course, John Piper, I don't know if you know his story, but he when he was 21, I believe, his mother was in Israel, probably with the father, and was in a bus accident and was killed. And so that was very traumatic for him. So that was his big event that he needed to deal with. And so this, of course, is to acknowledge that you have a sadness. And then you wrestle with that. But then you need to set it aside and move forward with what God has for you. So I just think this is really good. And also, I need to post the link. I have it. I have it because I read this occasionally every week. I read this once a week, and I have the link where he talks about it. And there's even well, anyway, it's really good. And I'll put that there. So if you want to watch it, because you can Google it, Occasionally Weep Deeply by John Piper, and you'll find it. All right, well, I wanted to share this with you because when I saw that just sort of gave me permission that it's okay. I can stop and be very sad and lament about what did not happen. Like Don and I, if he was still alive, since he's been, okay, let me put it this way. Since he died, we had one grandson that was a few months old. Since he's been gone, I now have 7.5 grandchildren. I have a son, my youngest, they're pregnant with their second. So at first that was just made me so sad that he wasn't here. But then that's where the heaven books help me because I do think he's aware and probably praying for him as well and whatever else he's doing. But don't you agree, Esther? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. But that would be something. If he was alive now, then we would have been married for 44 years instead of him being gone right before our 32 years. And so, you can't do the what ifs. I mean, you can, but I choose not to do the what ifs. I choose not to stay forlorn. I choose to occasionally weep deeply over what life I had hoped for. I grieve that loss and then feel the pain, but then I choose to wash my face, trust God, and embrace the life I have now. All right, blessings, my friends. The Lord, hang in there. The Lord is faithful.